Well, good morning there, babies. It's your old buddy, Grandpa Peter Coyote, coming to you once again, but this time not from Crestone, Colorado, my hometown, but my newly adopted hometown, I should say, but from El Paso, Texas tonight. I'm laid over down here waiting to pick up a load in the morning. For those that don't know, for a living I do a little trucking every now and then, so I'm out trucking this week and, having a good time flying up and down America's highways and trying to stay out everybody else's way and get to where I need to go to deliver the goods that America needs to keep itself running. How's that for a noble profession, huh? And you just happened to catch me drinking coffee here late at night, laid over in my sleeper. The truck I'm driving right now, nice little rig, man, got lots of room, lots of creature comforts. Heck, nothing like the old trucks we used to have to drive where we crawl through a little hole onto a 20-inch bed, and oh man, we did some rough duty back in those days. These trucks are pretty nice by comparison. But trucking's not all that Grandpa does. It's just my hobby, It's what I do to pay a few bills when I feel like it. My real life and my real devotion and my real occupation is a healer. I help myself and others get over problems, get out of difficulties. And even though I'm just a humble truck driver, the work I do covers a planetary scale. I and a few others like me. We're meant to be obscure little human beings that sneak up on you and change everything before you know what happened. It's the best way to be. You want to be, a working class bimbo like I am. Keep yourself kind of hidden from view until it's too late to do anything about it, and love begins to rule here, and life changes. So that's part of the reason why we do what we do, and we really enjoy it. Also got a little project in mind, a little enterprise I want to do called God's Donuts. I'll make the best dang donuts that you ever tasted. They got substance, but they're still flavorful and light, It's like manna from heaven, baby. And I got a way of making them that's really cool, and I want to do that little project soon too, so I may not be trucking forever. I may have to give it up for a while to go make donuts, That's assuming the 3D reality stays with us for a while. Whatever time it has left, it isn't long. And I guess that's what I'm here to really talk about tonight. Now that we've covered everything else, is what's happening on a planetary scale, and what we're doing about it, and what we're going to do about it, and so forth, Now this is April 20th, 420, yeah, 420 of 2012, and the intensity the past few days, past weeks, has been increasing. Everybody feels it on one level or another. Those of you that are a little more conscious are going through it a lot more than others, And you're probably the only ones that have stayed with this tape long enough to get into it. Because how Grandpa is, he rambles a bit sometimes. So, I'm right here in El Paso, Texas, in the sleeper cab of this little truck. Planetary changes are being set in motion. And you're involved in, probably evolving into similar experiences right there where you are, doing whatever it is you're doing. Because each of us, in our own way, is here to convey energies that aid in changing the way this world operates. Planetary ascension. And everybody has a role in it. There isn't anybody left out. Yeah, think about that one for a bit, man. It's in you too. And what you do matters here. You know, the ripples on the pond, you throw a pebble in the pond and you watch the ripples go out, and you throw another pebble in, another pebble, and pretty soon you got ripples everywhere, and they're cross-connecting and making waves and creating storms in South Africa, you know, shucks. You don't realize the power of your own ever-present life until you start looking at it this way, and still, when you see the ripples that you create, and you can look behind you and see them. Hindsight is 20/20. Take a look back there and see how you've affected, influenced lives around you continually, even if you're a hermit living in a cave. You know, the experiences you have in that cave touch everyone around you, everyone you're connected with. People, we have a heart for a reason. It's to help us know who we are. To put away the power of suggestion that says we're limited and can't do shit about anything. Well, that's a crock of shit if I ever heard it. You know? But that's the way we are raised and trained in this society, to think of ourselves as powerless, and that nothing we do matters or amounts to too much unless we're like the president or somebody that can push a button and kill everybody, shit like that. But it simply isn't so. You, sitting right there where you are, being who you are, and becoming more conscious of the person that you are, is far more powerful than any being that holds a public office anywhere in the world. More powerful than the greatest financiers you ever met. I mean, more powerful than the most wealthy person on earth, and all of the riches and treasures that they have, and the armies and the armaments, all of that. It's more powerful than any of that. Simple little you, like me, sitting here in my sleeper cab in El Paso, Texas. We are the most powerful beings God ever created. And we're infecting and influencing lives around us continually. And other lives are affecting us. Our ripples intermix. So, the tension and anxiety that you've been feeling for the past few days, weeks, is because our ripples are beginning to interconnect in different ways, and we're making different kinds of ripples. We are coming to the point of change, revolution, completeness, wholeness, the end of a theocracy in this life that's ruled over us forever, it seems, as human beings, and the beginning of our realization of empowerment, which puts us in a whole different state of being and changes everything that you know about life, everything you've ever been, or everything you're ever going to be. Because you become conscious of the power of the ever-present self that you are, and how much what you do here counts, and counts for much. Now, I want you to think and chew on that for a bit, And where does this power come from? Is it something you conjure up in your mind? Your heart? Maybe? And does your mind finally find the ability to allow the heart to be ever present in your consciousness? In other words, can you really soften yourself up enough to let life live inside of you and be the most powerful being you can possibly be? Do you know what power is? It's far more than the power of suggestion, let me tell you. It's the answer to many questions and riddles in life. Very simply put, the answer. So I want you to sit there and think about it today and just notice the incredible influence that passes through you. Whether you're angry, sad, beautifully happy, carefree, just look at the influence you hold. See how it reflects back to you in people around you and the animals. And heck, even in nature. What you see is what you get is an old saying, probably came from a commercial somewhere. But it's an elemental truth. What you put out there is what you get back. What you're seeing. What you allow yourself to see. That's your truth. That's where you live. That's who you are. And that's how you handle things, too. Some of you haven't chosen the best path for yourselves, and you're going to have to do some correcting. In fact, most of us. But it's all right. Let the heart inside of you correct you. Meditate. Focus on this place from inside of yourself. Feel the energy in the palms of your hands. Calm and center yourself. Love the love inside of yourself that's created you. Love the life you live, or notice that you do love it. No matter how difficult or easy it may be. Nobody has it easy, though. It seems to be, but nobody has it easy. Not yet, anyway. The power of suggestion that says we can't have it easy. Well, that one's dying away too. You see the tension, the anxiety we speak of that everybody's feeling? It's the impending change. It's what's coming to you. There's much more to this life than meets the eye. And the more you will tune in inside of yourself, the more you will connect with that real energy of that person, the more you're going to see of it. And the more you're going to allow this to become your reality, because that's your truth. And this brutality that we've practiced here against one another, the great competition and so forth, it takes a back seat. We let it go. And we release the pain of living that way, of creating brutality or being its victim or everything in between that. We let it go. We soften our hearts and begin to experience life in a far different way. Because we're the people of truth, and we honor that truth inside of ourselves and all around us. We are the peace that we're seeking. And even though we may still bear our pains, we're creatively applying ourselves with this love, this person that we are, to those pains. And we're finding the solution. We're letting them go. And it's a very unusual place of being, because you see peace coming. You feel it. And war is all you've ever known. Dealing with the harsh realities of life. No matter how soft and cushy you've made it for yourself, cut yourself a little trail that you only have to cross twice a day, so forth. No matter how easy you've made it for yourself or tried to make it for yourself, you're still experiencing this, and you're still going to go through the agony of living, of being alive and knowing it ain't what it should be, of feeling removed from love, which does make you brutal, because there's so much pain in it. But I'm here to tell you, you can release that pain. You can let it all go. How do you do that? Experience it on a different way, a different level. You don't run away from it. You turn around and you get into it. With love in your heart, with consciousness, which brings forth more consciousness. And you begin to see why you've allowed yourself to test your nobility in such a great way as to lose yourself completely away from love and feel like a hurt, wounded victim. Because everybody's a victim of something, somewhere, somehow. It's a pain we all bear. But when you see the incredible influence of yourself on others, you can allow this change to begin that releases you from the pain. Because imagine what pleasure you're going to bring not only into your own life, but to everyone else's too, the people you care about. Even if it's only one other human being and you hate everybody else, at least you're doing something good for them, that one person. And ultimately, you're going to lose your reasons for all that hate anyway. Doesn't matter if you're a Muslim, Jew, prostitute, pagan, godless swine, it don't matter. There's one rule here, it's love. It's life. That's it. The more you realize that, the better off you are. And the better off we'll all be, because we become better human beings. Don't let yourselves live in fear. You're afraid of the pain. Heck, it's not so difficult. When you approach it with the love that comes from your heart, from your inner being, your inner presence, the pain is like nothing. In fact, you'll find there's joy in it. And through that joy, convert that pain to that joy. It's really that simple. And if you're listening, if you hear me in your heart, you know you're already doing this, and that it's already done. And if you don't quite hear that yet, keep listening. Watch a few more of these videos. You'll catch on. Start at the beginning, whatever, I don't know. Whatever you feel you need to do to catch on. But I know you feel the love. I'm one of those that's here to help you awaken to it. And sometimes this awakening comes to you in unusual ways. So don't expect it's all going to be just perfect and a bed of roses. It'll challenge you, but it'll change you. And you're up to the challenge, or it wouldn't be there. And what I mean by that is you're going to have to allow some conscious expansion from in here in order to grasp what's given here in your heart. You see? It's perfect, guys. It really is. It's rocking. It's happening. Yeah, and then you begin to see a lot of other things, too, that you didn't see before in this life. And experience a lot of consciousness that seemed to escape you previous to this time. And you can begin in these small ways, simply by paying attention to how much influence you actually have here. You, yourself, you're one little person, beautiful being that you are. As you are beautiful. You've allowed this to be. You've allowed yourself to go through it. You wanted it. And now you have it. And now you're at the completion of your cycles. You've learned your lessons, and you've learned them well. And you learned how to appreciate love. And you've glimpsed a new life for yourself. You've seen a little glimpse of it. And oh, hell yeah, you want that. So do I. So here it comes. It's really that easy, that simple. But to call it easy, it'll challenge you. Expect that. There's a reason why the tension's here. Go into this lovingly. Treat yourself gently. Take it soft. I know the tendency is to do otherwise, to push yourself. Let it go. Don't be pushing anything anymore. Let it be. Let it happen. There's a natural sense of time in here. I know you know what I mean. Jelly bean, you got it. Get that rocket out of your pocket and fly with it. You're here to face what being human being really means. And once you face that, the consequences aren't so severe. They let go. You release yourself from the pain and the torment. It's perfectly acceptable to do that here. Part of you fights that, resists it. Says, no, you can't. Even if it's all your fault. Even if you can be blamed for every frickin' thing that ever went wrong anywhere. The healing's there for you. You can let it go. You don't have to punish yourself any longer. You love yourself enough to allow this to be. Or you wouldn't be living and breathing in the now of right this moment. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, baby. Chew on it. God, we love you, babes. We really do. Enough to become babies right along with you. And go through it all together. This great shared heart of ours. This is the presence you're becoming conscious of as you see your influence. It's the shared heart. It's in everybody, everything. Every being that is. Anything. From man-made creations on out, throughout nature and the universe. We're intrinsically tied to one another with golden threads of love that come from our mother, who cares so greatly for us. She's here to release us and let us be happy once again. And all you got to do is accept this gift, knowing that you deserve it. And that's what Grandpa's here to coach you into. Help you as much as I can, wherever I can, because I'm going through it too. God, I live a very human life, a wildly human life. Even the suggestion of it being anywhere near normal is obscene. No way. But because I can live through all these challenges, you can simply live through yours too. You know? Some of us are here to help others pull along, and that's what we do. That's our place here, and it's alright. We don't mind doing it. It's an excellent choice. Your beings and creations are more than worth it. The power of your experience here is incredible. And right now, whether you know it or not, is touching and influencing billions of lives throughout the universe, as well as here on the planetary reality of Mother Earth in the third frickin' dimension. Wow. There's some power in those words, babies. Chew on them. Know that I love you and I'm thinking of you, your mother as well, the mother of love. And life is becoming what it's supposed to be here. The change may not be that apparent just yet to many of you, because you live in a sleep, dreamy world, and you ain't going to get out of it none too quick. Yet, when it happens, for you it happens all at once. You'll make the switch like that. Because there's a part of your presence that's never died inside of you. The rest of you, you're here to open it up, get with the program, babies. I know you're already there. Just keep doing it. Let it happen. Because we love you. Life loves you. You're more than worthy of this experience. You're more than worthy of letting go of all that's been done to you or all that you've done to others. And to begin again, right from your center. That heart in the center of your chest. The place of being and knowing God inside of you. The creation of love that you are. I don't think I've ever put it any better. And I hope you won't take it as a preachy thing. Because it comes from a sincere heart filled with love, just like you. Just like you. Babies, you rock. Thank you.